Oh my God, you guys got to hear this. I think Republicans think that we're all MAGAs. I think that they think they're always talking to MAGAs and we just all believe anything that they say. I want you to listen to Mike Waltz tell you how a phone number of someone he's never talked to got into his phone, and that's how the journalist got into the Signal chat. This is freaking crazy.
I'm sure everybody out there has had a contact where it was said one person and then a different phone number.
But you've never talked to him before, so how's the number on your phone? I mean, I'm not an expert in any of this, but it's just curious. How's the number on your phone?
Well, if you have somebody else's contact and then somehow it gets sucked in, it gets sucked in.
Listen, they only say this type of shit because they know MAGAs believe anything. It gets sucked in. It just gets sucked in. I mean, sometimes contacts just get sucked in. And the way he said it, he's like, yeah, it gets sucked in. And then Laura Ingraham is sitting there and she's like, oh, damn, he really doesn't have an answer for this. I better move on. And she's just like, oh, someone sent you the contact. And he's like, yeah, and then it gets sucked in. And then they just move on because this is what Republicans do. And MAGAs, I'm sure you probably know someone, a Facebook friend or something, who's like, yeah, it gets sucked in, bro. You've never had a number just get sucked in? Come on, man. We're owning the libs right now. This is how dumb they know MAGAs are. And this is across the board with Republicans. I mean, they continue to just throw out some of the most idiotic shit because they know the MAGAs are going to believe it. Like, listen to Peter Navarro try to redefine the term tariffs. Like, we all know, we learned, before Donald Trump, we were all in third grade at some point. And we had a social studies book or a history book that says a tariff is a tax, but not to Peter Navarro. Nah, you see, Peter Navarro has a totally different definition for tariff. And it is better than the most beautiful word in the dictionary. Like, it's way better than Donald Trump saying it's the most beautiful word in the dictionary, even better than the word love. I mean, listen to this shit.
You heard Lucas's reporting there where the president says he doesn't care if the prices go up on U.S. cars. So what's the message to the U.S. consumer?
The message is that tariffs are tax cuts, tariffs are jobs, tariffs are national security, tariffs are great for America, tariffs will make America great again.
Just so no one's confused, tariffs are not a tax cut. They cause taxes to go up. Tariffs are not job creators. They don't create jobs at all. Tariffs do not make America great again. And no one is even saying that. The funny thing is, Peter Navarro's saying that, but Republicans aren't even repeating that. But it doesn't even matter that Peter Navarro's saying it. They don't care. They don't care that they know Peter Navarro is out there saying something that they're not even saying. He's one of their surrogates or whatever, and he's out there saying a tariff is a tax cut. A tariff is a job creator. A tariff will make America great again. They know he's wrong about that. Would they ever come out and correct him? Of course not. But they're saying something else. So remember, tariffs were going to be the most beautiful word in the dictionary. It's better than the word love. They went from that to now telling you, one, Peter Navarro saying one thing that no one is saying. He's just like, this is how dumb MAGAs are. I'm just going to say tariffs are tax cuts. And again, you'll have some Facebook friend of yours saying, tariffs are job creators, bro. Tariffs are a tax cut. Tariffs are going to make America great again, man. Those are the only people that believe that. The other Republicans are saying, you know what? Tariffs are going to hurt a little bit. I mean, listen to this guy. He's like, tariffs are like remodeling your bathroom. It's going to be messy. It's going to be loud, but you know what the end result is going to be like. Yeah, it's going to be a tax. It's going to be a tax on us. When you charge Canada 20%, whatever the number is, on cars that get imported from Canada to America, they're going to add that to the price of the car, and then we're going to pay that. I mean, this has been explained so many times. It's not even rocket science. This is like third grade social studies 101. But listen to this now, because on one hand, you're like, tariffs is the greatest thing. And on the other hand, it's like, no, tariffs are going to hurt a little bit, but hey, we're just going to go with it.
I feel like in some ways in the economy, this is kind of like a a kitchen remodel or a bath remodel. There's a bit of a mess at the beginning, but everybody has a long-term look of where we're headed. It's going to be noisy for a little while, but we all know where we're headed, trying to reduce the prices for Americans and increase jobs.
Well, on that note, in your book that I mentioned, you write that Americans voted for Donald Trump because they, quote, decided the nation needed a turnaround election. In this past week, inflation ticked back up. Stocks went down again. Americans are increasingly pessimistic about the economy, worried about a recession. It's harder to find a job. Is Trump failing to deliver on the kind of turnaround Americans were hoping for that you write about?
The answer is yes. Yes, he is failing, and we knew he was going to fail. And I don't want to hear them saying, oh, it's only been 3 months. It's only when it was 10 days. Oh, he's only been in office 10 days. You just wait. Oh, it's only been 2 months. Oh, you just wait. Now it's only been 3 months. The guy said he was going to do all this stuff on day one. Inflation going down on day one. We haven't seen that. It's going up. Prices going down on day one. We haven't seen that. They're going up. Stock market's going to be great. We haven't seen that. It's going down. He said he was going to do all these things on day one, and it's not happening. So yes, he is definitely failing at doing what he said he was going to do. And the one and only reason these Republicans get to throw out totally different narratives, get to just throw just horrible ideas and horrible definitions and whatever at the door is because they know MAGAs are not smart people. They know they fall for anything. I mean, these are the people who voted for the guy who said that people were eating people's cats and dogs. These are the people who voted for the guy who said that kids were going to school and getting sex change operations and then coming back home. Like, they believe anything. So that's why they tested all this stuff out. When they realized that they would vote for Donald Trump the first time around, and then they voted for him the second time around, they knew if they could get him in office again, they don't need proof of anything. They don't need logic. They don't need good ideas. They don't need anything. They can say whatever because the people who voted for them and the people who will continue to vote for them are not smart people. And the only way that we can combat this is by getting out and voting. 2026 is already around the corner. We have midterms during that time. We need to be diligent about getting out and voting these Republicans out. We need the House and the Senate, and that is the way that we stop Donald Trump from all of the mess that he can create. And then in 2028, we need the presidency back. And I really need you guys to go and watch the video that I made earlier yesterday that talks about what Democrats need to run on, because I absolutely believe that these are winning ideas. So listen, please get out. Do what you can to vote in 2026 and get as many people out to vote as you can. And then the same thing in 2028, because I don't know where we are going from here. It just gets worse. I mean, if these people continue to see that people are going to support them, no matter how much they lie to them and get proven as liars, I don't know where we're going. Please, people, do your due diligence, get everyone out to vote. And keep supporting journalists and independent media like myself. The Republicans are getting away with a lot of this because there's no media that are calling them out. The only people calling them out are independent journalists like myself. So please support more independent journalism. Support more people like myself, the Midas Touch Network, Tennessee Brando, Tabitha Speaks, friends that I have mentioned many times on this channel, because if you're not supporting them, there's no other media that are holding these people accountable. They're just not. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in they heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.